Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Tuesday, December 7th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a quick little recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play for tonight's slate. It is a 3-game slate overall, and then talking about my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for tonight's slate as well. But without further ado, we're going to get into it with yesterday's picks. So early on in the day, we did have Ish Smith. He got ruled out due to the COVID protocol, so we had to pivot there. There was a couple different pivots that happened yesterday overall. At the point guard position on the DraftKings side, we had Aaron Holiday, $3,100, looking for about 16 points out. He got to 25.25, so he was a very good hit there. Kelly Oubre at the shooting guard position, $5,800, looking for 29 points out. He got to 54.75, massive hit there. He was essentially twice what we were looking for out of him yesterday. And then a small forward, we had Cody Martin, $3,900. Look for 20 points out. He got to 26.5, so he was another good hit as well. Derrick Jones Jr. ended up in that starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. DeMar DeRozan actually got ruled out in this game as well. He was $3,600. We're looking for about 18 points out. He got 26.75. Very good hit there once again. And then old reliable, Jakob Poeltl, $6,000. Looking for 30 points out. He got to 32.75. So he was a hit once again. So if you just went with these 5 guys, you got 5 pretty good hits right here. If you had the 3 other players correct, you did very well on the DraftKings side yesterday. Then on the FanDuel side, at the point guard position, we had Shake Milton in that starting lineup, $4,900, looking for 25 points out. He got to 25.8, so he was a hit. Shooting guard went with Zach LaVine at $8,600, looking for 43 points out. He got to 47.6, so he was a hit as well. Small forward, once again, Kelly Oubre, $5,800, the same price on both sites. Looking for about 29 points out of him. He got to 59.5, so almost double what we needed out of him. Actually, more than double what we needed out of him yesterday. Then the one lone miss on the whole entire day was Isaiah Stewart. $5,300, looking for 27 points. Got to 24.3. He was a miss, probably not one that killed you overall. He only had 3 shots in this game. Just didn't have quite as much production as you like, even though he played about 29 minutes in this game overall. And then last but not least, we have PJ Washington at that center position, $6,000. Ended up with 43.6 points, so he was a hit. So overall, 9 out of 10 on the day. Pretty solid day all the way around. Made a little bit of money. Hopefully you guys had the other right pieces to go along with this main core as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries in play for tonight's 3-game slate. So once again, this is a Tuesday slate. It's very spaced out. Hopefully we have some of the injury news ahead of time today. There's not a lot here, but there's going to be some injuries that are going to make a big difference overall. So we're going to start off with the Brooklyn Nets and the Dallas Mavericks. So for the Nets, Joe Harris and Kyrie Irving are both out. No major changes here at this point in time. For the Dallas Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is still out. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka Doncic are both listed as questionable. We'll see if they both end up playing. If one of them plays, if none of them play, that's going to make a big difference on this slate overall. Obviously, if Luka does not end up playing, Jalen Brunson's going to look a lot better. Kristaps Porzingis is expected to play tonight. Then for the New York Knicks, it's just Jericho Sims listed as a game-time decision. If everybody else is healthy, he's probably inactive either way, so I'm not really too concerned about him. For the Spurs, Zach Collins and Devin Vassell are both listed as out at this point in time, so the exact same thing we saw yesterday. Moving over to the Celtics, we have Jaylen Brown, questionable to play once again. This is obviously going to be another big one because if he doesn't play, then Dennis Schroeder looks a lot better. If he does end up playing, then Schroeder takes a little bit of a bump. You could still probably play him. Jaylen Brown's probably not somebody I'm going after, particularly myself tonight, though. Then we move over to the Lakers side. We got Trevor Ariza and Kendrick Nunn both still out. Then LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Carmelo Anthony. All this is game time decisions, but all expected to play at this point in time. So like I said, a couple injuries here, mainly Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway, and Jaylen Brown. If anything else changes throughout the day, I'll be sure to leave it down in the comments. So definitely be sure you're checking up on those comments throughout the day, right before lock. You get the updated core, all the injury updates, as well as some starting lineups. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So at the point guard position, we're going to go with DeJounte Murray. $9,500, looking for about 48 points out. I'm averaging almost 48 on the season. I got him projected for 48 points once again tonight. In terms of some of the pay-up options, he projects as one of the better values overall tonight. Then at the shooting guard position, going with Evan Fournier, and he is $4,700. He's actually been playing slightly better lately, getting a couple more minutes, and that's a big difference on a slate like tonight. So you're looking for about 23, 24 points out. I got him projected for 24, 25 points tonight. Then at small forward, we're going to Jason Tatum. If Jaylen Brown doesn't play, he looks like a great value. If Jaylen Brown does end up playing, knocks him down just a little bit, but not something that I'm too majorly concerned about overall. He is $9,400, looking for 47 points out of him. Got him projected for about 48 points tonight. He's been over 50 the last 3 games too, so definitely a lot of upside there with Jason Tatum once again tonight. Then at power forward, a guy that I probably wasn't planning on talking about anytime soon is Obi Toppin. $3,100. This is just a true punt play today. He's about a fantasy point per minute producer on average. giving him about 16, 18 minutes, giving him about 16 points, which makes him a decent value on tonight's slate. This is obviously one that could change throughout the day if more value opens up as well. Then last but not least, we're going right back to Mr. Consistent, Jakob Poeltl. $5,900, looking for 29, 30 points. You already know he's averaging 31 on the season. Got him projected for about 30, 31 points once again tonight. Is reliable and consistent as you can pretty much get on a slate like this, where there's not a ton of value. You kind of need somebody like that as well. But if you go with these 5 players, you'll only have $17,400 remaining, $5,800 per player, like I mentioned before. Hopefully we get some value that does end up opening up on this slate. Otherwise, we're really just going to have to mix and match some pieces and just try to find the best lineup, especially with these core 5 players. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So at point guard, we're going right back to DeJounte Murray. $9,900. You're looking for 49, 50 points out of him. There's very, very few guys that project out well on the FanDuel side, 5 times or greater for me tonight. So DeJounte Murray is a little bit short of that. I am projected for about 48 points, but he definitely has that upside for more, as we've seen in the past. Shooting guard, I'm going with Dennis Schroeder. Obviously, he looks better if Jaylen Brown does not end up playing. He looks like a great value then at that point in time. But $5,200, looking for 26 points at him. Got him projected for about 26, 27 points if Jaylen Brown's in. If Jaylen Brown's out, he could go north of 30 pretty easily tonight. Then at the small forward position, I'm going with Keldon Johnson, $5,400, looking for about 27 points out of him, averaging about 27.5 on the season. Got him projected for 27, 28 points tonight. Looking like a decent little value play over on the FanDuel side overall. Then moving down to power forward, we got Julius Randle, $8,700. A little bit of a price down spot for him still. He's been playing better as of late. You're looking for about 44 points out of him. I got him projected for 44, 45 points tonight, which makes him a decent value play overall. Then last but not least on the FanDuel side at the center position, we're going with LaMarcus Aldridge, $5,600, looking for about 28 points at him, averaging almost 26 on the season. Been playing slightly better, but getting the minutes as of late. I got him projected for about 27, 28 points in this one, which makes him one of the better value plays overall on tonight's slate. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $25,200 remaining, $6,300 per player. It's going to be a little bit tight tonight. Hopefully some more value opens up, as I kind of already mentioned a couple different times. Gives us a little bit of value, gives us a little bit more flexibility in our lineups, but it's going to be a night where you're going to have to get a little bit creative, especially with only 6 teams playing. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, December 7th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. And then I'll also be listing all the injury updates and starting lineups down in the comments, so definitely be sure you're checking that out before the day. If there's any updates to the core, I'll have that updated about 20 to 30 minutes before lock. Yesterday, I was able to get out just a little bit earlier than that, but it really just depends on the day overall. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this, as well as 4 or 5 days of fantasy football content or NFL DFS content as well. So if you're into any of that, which I'm guessing you're at least into the NBA DFS since you're watching this video, be sure that you are subscribed and have that notification bell turned on so you never miss a beat. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.